Alright guys, in today's video we are going to be talking about the 13 Fishing Blackout bait casting rod. I'm going to go over the specs, I'm going to talk about different features on the rod that I really enjoy, and then I'm just going to give my overall opinion on said rod. Let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to go over the specs first, and then I'm going to go over what I would throw on this rod, and then I'm going to go over my opinions last, because sometimes opinions don't matter. And opinions are open to anyone. Wow, I had a stroke. Sorry about that. But I'm gonna go over the specs on this rod first. All right, so this rod is 7 foot 3 inches. So it's 7 foot 3 inches. Self-explanatory. It's medium heavy, so it's kind of on the heavier side, a little bit, not much. And you can throw 3/8 ounce lures, which is normally what I use, about my average jig weight, all the way to 1 ounce. So you can throw light jigs all the way up to 1 ounce spinner baits and jigs if you're fishing in really thick stuff, but you're gonna need to beef up your line and all that. Speaking of line, you can use 12-pound test all the way up to 20-pound test. I normally use 15, only on rare occasions that I throw square bill crankbaits or just crankbaits in general. I'll put 20-pound test on. That's it. And the wind's picking up great, but that's it. That's the lightest line I'll use, mainly because this lake in particular, and I'm calling it a lake because this is not a pond. This is a big lake, or this is a small lake, big pond, whatever you want to call it. Damn, has a lot of laydowns, a lot of structure, and a lot of things fish can get into and break you off. So the more abrasion resistance you have on your line, the better. Now I'm gonna go over the kind of baits I would throw on this rod. All right, so the kind of baits I would throw on this rod, self-explanatory. Example A, jigs. Speaking of jigs, I'm actually gonna throw this jig over there because I just seen a fish chase something. But throw jigs, spinner baits. You can throw lipless on this if you want to, but honestly, for lipless crankbaits, I would stick with a 7 foot medium heavy. I have a 7.1 in my truck. Another one I would use is spinner baits, buzz baits, top water baits like poppers and walking baits. And you can throw Texas rigs. You can flip with this. You can flip with this rod. This rod is very, very versatile. I mean, I've thrown chatterbaits on this rod, and I've just been landing fish left and right when I've managed to keep them hooked. But another thing I really like about this rod are the grips. Now, this is gonna be an opinions thing. Actually, I'm gonna say that for the opinions. But you can throw jigs. You can throw, like I said, spinner, but anything except giant glide baits, basically. For my giant glide bait guys all the way in California, I would stay away from this one. But now, I'm gonna switch over to the opinion portion of the video. This video is kind of all over the place. I have not done a review in a while, at least on a bait casting rod for bass. So I'm gonna switch over to the opinion portion of the video, and then I'm gonna end it there. Alright, so my overall opinion on this rod. For $80, I think it's $80. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'll throw a link to Tackle Warehouse in the description of the video where you can check out this rod. And for $80, you get a pretty damn good rod. I mean, it's not no G Loomis. It ain't no Shimano rod. It ain't no Lose Speed Stick, Mach 3, Mach Jesus, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's just Blackout, which is cool name for a rod, by the way. But it's just 80 bucks, good budget rod, which I fish on a budget anyways, most of the time. And it's honestly my favorite thing about fishing is you can fish on a budget. As y'all have seen in my past videos, I've landed some nice fish on budget stuff. Berkeley cherrywood rods. I've landed my first big bass out of here, and I can see the spot where I caught it from, right up there. Was on a 7 foot medium Berkeley cherrywood HD rod. I still remember the real, I still remember this set, everything I had set up on there. But that's besides the point. You don't need expensive stuff to have a good time fishing, and that's to an extent. Unless you, like, if you have a boat, you're gonna need expensive stuff like fish finders and all that. But when it comes to like the bank fishing, you don't really need that expensive of stuff, of gear. But you can always have a good time with the budget stuff. So, last thing I want to say about this rod, which I forgot to mention in the specs portion of the video, so I'm just gonna save my butt and mention it now. They only have a 7'3" medium heavy model for the Blackout on Tackle Warehouse, and I think on 13 Fishing's website as of this video, meaning as of today's video, they only have 7'3" medium heavy rod, 7' medium heavy Blackout. Excuse me. Don't know why they decided to do it like this, but I kind of like it. I love this rod. I actually caught my 6-pounder on this rod in my kayak tournament video, which if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Probably one of my favorite videos I've ever edited and uploaded, honestly. And that's really it, guys. Again, I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description down below. And if y'all want to see more reviews of fishing gear that I have, let me know. I do need content to post in the wintertime, so I'm definitely going to be posting some gear reviews. That's it, guys. That's all I got. I'm gonna drag this jig through this little cut right here, then I'm going home and editing and uploading this video. So, but with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe down below. I'll be posting gear reviews when it gets really cold out, and if y'all need me to, I will go out here when it's cold as all hell and try to conjure up some fish. No promises though. Anyways, guys, it's been Jack Fishing TV, and I'll see you in the next one.